They told you that love conquers all, but nobody told you that divorce conquers your bank account. You are looking at the numbers, and the anxiety is not just a thought. It is a physical illness, a knot in your stomach that will not go away. You are waking up every morning with a single question burning in your mind. Can I afford to live? And that question, that shame, that fear is paralyzing you. Welcome to the Midlife Reset Manual. If you are here, it is because you are navigating the most complex part of divorce, the financial trauma. For years, money was an invisible layer of your marriage. It was a system. It was our house, our retirement, our debt. And now that the we is gone, you are left with the cold, hard reality of the me. I know the shame is crushing. Maybe you stayed in the marriage longer than you should have because you were afraid of this exact moment. Maybe you let him handle the investments, and now you have no idea where the money is. You feel stupid. You feel naive. I am here to tell you, stop. That feeling of shame is a lie. You were not stupid. You were trusting, and we are going to channel that shame, that anger into the most powerful financial force you have ever known. Let me tell you about Lisa. Lisa is 52. When she divorced, she was given the family home, but her ex-husband took the retirement savings. She was house rich but cash poor. She had managed the household, but she couldn't read a profit and loss statement. She was paralyzed by her ignorance. She was afraid to even open the mail from the bank because seeing the numbers felt like admitting failure. For 6 months, Lisa let the bills pile up. She lived in a constant state of low-grade panic until one afternoon, her daughter, who was 20, came home for a visit and asked her a simple question. Mom, where is the safe? Where do you keep the important papers? Lisa couldn't answer, and in that moment, she realized she was not just hurting herself, she was failing to teach her daughter how to be financially secure. She sat down at the kitchen table, and she opened the pile of envelopes. She didn't understand the jargon, she didn't understand the tax forms, but she didn't look away. She Googled every term she didn't know. She opened a spreadsheet, and she made a list. In that moment of confronting the fear, Lisa realized the numbers were just numbers. They didn't define her worth. They only defined her current situation, and situations can be changed. The fear of the unknown was worse than the unknown itself. Lisa's story proves that the first step to a financial reset is not hiring a lawyer. It is emotional bravery. You have to face the beast, and the beast is only a stack of paper. So how do we move from the terror of the divorce shock to the control of the financial architect? You have to redefine your relationship with money. Money is not a moral judge. Money is a tool and you are the mechanic. You need a 2-part strategy, 1 part for the emotional trauma and 1 part for the practical roadmap. The emotional trauma is what makes. You shop to numb the pain or hide under the covers to avoid the bills. To heal that, you have to stop letting money be a source of secrecy and shame. You have to talk about it. You have to bring it into the light. It is okay to say, I'm scared. I don't know what I'm doing. That vulnerability is the source of your power, but vulnerability needs structure. It needs action. You cannot just meditate your way out of debt. You need a cold, hard plan. I have a system for this, a 3-phase process that moves you from paralysis to full financial control. It is designed specifically for the woman in midlife who needs to build fast and build smart. The 3 phases are the audit, the firewall, and the wealth builder. Most people try to jump straight to phase 3, and they fail because the foundation is shaky. I'm going to walk you through the first phase, the audit. It is the most painful, but without it, You are just spinning your wheels. This phase is where we get forensic, where we find the leaks in your ship, and where we stop the bleeding. I am going to give you the exact framework for the forensic audit. The simple steps that helped Lisa take control of her destiny and go from feeling bankrupt to feeling empowered. But before we start this deep work, I need you to commit. I need you to promise yourself that you will not look away this time. You deserve security. You deserve independence. Click that subscribe button right now. Turn on the notifications, because in the next part, we are putting on our financial detective hats, and we are going to find your path to freedom. The first phase is the audit, and it requires the emotional bravery you found in part 1. We are going to make a money map. You cannot chart a course to financial freedom if you don't know exactly where you are standing right now. The audit has 3 simple steps. Step 1 is the snapshot. Print out every single bank statement, every investment account, every credit card bill, every piece of paper that involves money, and lay it all out on your dining room table. The fear is in the abstract. The control is in the concrete. Look at the pile and realize this is manageable. It is just information. Step 2 is the categorization. You are going to divide your spending into 3 simple columns: needs, wants, and shame. Spends needs are rent and food. Wants are things that bring joy, but are not essential. Shame spends are things you buy to numb the pain. The 5th pair of black shoes, the extravagant vacation you can't afford. Be honest with yourself. The shame spends are the financial leaks we have to plug first. Step 3 is the separation. If you have any joint accounts left, close them today. Change every password, every PIN, every security question. You need a clean financial break. This is your financial divorce, and it is a command to the universe that you are in control. Lisa did this, and she told me that the moment she shredded the old joint credit card, she felt a physical lightness. She was standing in her own financial power for the first time once. The audit is complete. We move to phase 2, the firewall. This is about protection, about building a financial shield so that a sudden shock doesn't flatten you again. This is your safety net. The firewall requires 2 immediate actions. First is the automatic defense. Set up automatic payments for every essential bill. Rent, mortgage, utilities. You are removing the mental load and the chance for late fees. This is self-care disguised as organization. Second is the emergency fund. Your goal for the next 6 months is to build a 3-month cash cushion. This is non-negotiable. This money is not for investing. It is not for a vacation. It is your freedom fund. If you hate your boss, if the car breaks down, you have the power to say no. You have the power to walk away. That cushion of cash is the emotional security you lost in the divorce. It is your confidence in liquid form. Once the firewall is solid, we move to phase 3, the wealth builder. This is where we go from defense to offense. This is where you use the power of midlife maturity to your advantage. The wealth builder requires 1 shift. You have to stop thinking like a saver and start thinking like an investor. You cannot rely solely on your paycheck. You need your money to work for you. Your secret weapon is time. People think they are too old to start investing at 50. That is wrong. The average woman in her 50s has 20 to 30 solid earning years left. And more importantly, you have wisdom. You are not going to make the naive, risky mistakes of a 25-year-old. You understand stability. Start small. A Roth IRA, a simple index fund. You don't need to be a Wall Street trader. You just need to be consistent. The power of compound interest is your strongest ally. It works quietly, it works reliably, and it is waiting for you. I want you to leave this video with one final thought. Financial security is the ultimate form of self-care. When you take control of your money, you are not just securing your future, you are healing your past. You are proving to that scared woman who felt trapped that she is free, she is independent, she is safe. The ultimate act of empowerment after divorce is not dating a new man. It is looking at your bank account and realizing that every dollar there is 100% yours. It is knowing that your stability rests on your shoulders, and your shoulders are strong enough. You are not a victim of your finances. You are the CEO of your own empire. Go build it. And if this message helped you feel less paralyzed and more powerful, share it with a sister who needs to see her own strength. We are building financial empires, one spreadsheet at a time. Subscribe to the Midlife Reset Manual because your best earning years are ahead of you. Go take control of your destiny.